Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 31st of March 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, a small information. The PDF of the discussion will be available in our Telegram channel. You can go and download it from there. Now let's look at the first question. Consider the following statements regarding the shrinkflation. First one, it is a form of hidden inflation where the size of a product is reduced, keeping its sticker price the same. Second one, rising production costs are generally the primary cause of shrinkflation. Which of the following are correct? You have to choose the correct option. A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see shrinkflation, as the name suggests, it is the practice of reducing the size of a product while maintaining its sticker price. That is called as shrinkflation. So the first statement is right, as it is directly talking about the definition. A second statement is also right because the rising production cost is one of the primary cause for the shrinkflation. For example, just imagine a 5-star chocolate. So when you are a kid, you might have seen 5-star chocolate used to be a bit large, but now if you see 5-star chocolate, like the chocolate which you will get for 10 rupees, so the size of it is very small. The size of it has reduced. So that's how that is called as shrinkflation. In fact, so here the correct answer is C both 1 and 2. So due to the rising costs and all, many companies recently are practicing this shrinkflation. So that's why this was in news. So shrinkflation is the practice of reducing size of the product while maintaining its sticker price. That is actually the meaning of shrinkflation, as we have seen. It is a hidden inflation. It is also referred to as the downsizing in business and academic research. A less common usage of this term may refer to a macroeconomic situation where the economy is contracting while it is also experiencing the rising price level. The rising production costs are generally the primary cause of shrinkflation, and fierce competition in the marketplace may also cause shrinkflation. So this is about shrinkflation. Now let's move on to the second question. With reference to the Darwin Community of India, consider the following statements. First one, they live mainly in the state of Uttarakhand. Second one, they maintain their livelihood through jhum cultivation. Third one, they do not arrange any marriage alliances outside their community. We have to choose the correct option. A1 only, B2 and 3, C3 and D 1, 2 and 3. The correct option is B 2 and 3. So because actually the Darwin community, if you see, it belongs to Tripura. So recently, why this community was in news is the Lok Sabha has passed the constitutional order, the constitutional order, the Scheduled Tribes Bill, Amendment Bill of 2022, which proposes Darwin community as a subtribe of Kuki in the list of scheduled tribes. That's why this was in news. So Darwin community is a tribal community of Tripura, which has a population of about 11,000 people, and the community has high prevalence of education and cultural activities, and members of the community serve in senior positions in local administration. They live in the hilltops and maintain their livelihood through jhum cultivation and producing fruits nowadays. They are also accustomed with the plain land cultivation and rearing of animals. Linguistically, they speak a language that originated from Kuki-Chin linguistic family, and they have so many clans. They do not arrange any marriage alliances outside their community. The traditional ally, they were not Christian. They had faith in Lord Shiva beside different deities and spirits, but for the last 50 years, the majority of them have embraced Christianity. Okay, so this is about the Darwin community. Now let's look at the next question, the third question. Consider the following statements. First one, El Nino is the cool phase of ENSO and occurs more frequently than La Nina. Second one, La Nina is the warm phase of ENSO and may last between 1 and 3 years. Which of the following are correct statements? A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is D, neither 1 nor 2. The Indian Meteorological Department declared the season's first heat wave, and the severe heat wave will be there between 11th of March and the depression March 3rd. The reason behind early heat waves is early depression and weird dust storms is in the continuous persistence of a north-south low pressure pattern that forms over India during the La Nina phenomena, which is occurring in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. So that's why this El Nino and La Nina will become very important for us. Even El Nino is both these concepts, they are important from the examination point of view, because the last couple of years we have seen few questions also on these concepts, right? So El Nino, if you see, it is a warm phase, not the cool phase, so that's why the first one is wrong, and La Nina is the cool phase of ENSO, right? So that's why neither 1 nor 2 is the correct answer. So El Nino is a climatic pattern that describes the unusual warming of surface water in eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. It is the warm phase of a large phenomena called the El Nino Southern Oscillation. It occurs more frequently than La Nina. La Nina, the cool phase of ENSO, is a pattern that describes the unusual cooling of tropical eastern Pacific. Both phenomena tend to peak during the northern hemisphere winters. The El Nino, strong El Nino events contribute to weaker monsoons and even droughts in India and Southeast Asia. The La Nina, if you see, the cold air occupies a larger part of India than the El Nino cold air. In the La Nina year, the rainfalls associated with the summer monsoon in Southeast Asia tends to be greater than normal, especially in the Northwest India and Bangladesh. So this is about El Nino and La Nina. Now let's look at the next question, the fourth question. The Bangkok Declaration, recently in use, is the founding document of A, OECD, B, BRICS, C, WTO and D, BIMSTEC. So Bangkok means something that Bangkok it is in is South Asia. So something related to South Asia is what we have to think, right? So it should be somewhat near to Thailand and all. So OECD, if you see, OECD is a huge body, and OECD will not have anything specific to South Asia, in fact. So OECD we can eliminate. The BRICS, if you say BRICS, we have countries like India, China and all. So why it will be named Bangkok Declaration? So that is also false. And WTO is such a big body that it will have a lot. See, these Western bodies which are big, they will have the declarations and all named after the, especially the founding documents named after the Western cities and not the South Asian cities. So among the options, if you see, there are two South Asian groupings. In fact, there are two groupings where South Asian countries are related, the BRICS and BIMSTEC. In BRICS we have India, China and all, but we don't have Thailand as a member, so BRICS can be eliminated. So BIMSTEC is the only option which is left, and BIMSTEC is the correct answer. So like this, logically also we have to think sometimes to come to the answer. Okay, so Bangkok, as you know, it is in Thailand. So recently the Ministry of External Affairs of India participated in the 18th BIMSTEC ministerial meeting in Colombo. Colombo is in Sri Lanka. The BIMSTEC is a regional organization that was established on 6th of June 1997 with signing of Bangkok Declaration. So Bangkok is in Thailand, and as you know, initially it is called as BISTEC, the Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand Economic Cooperation. Later on, countries like Bhutan and Nepal were inducted along with Myanmar, and Myanmar was inducted in 1997 and Bhutan and Nepal were inducted in 2004. The BIMSTEC region brings around 1.6 billion people and a combined GDP of about 2.88 trillion, which is so huge. In that, India's GDP is only about 2.5 trillion, so other countries are very small. India plays a huge role in it. Now let's look at the next question, the fifth question. Consider the following statements regarding the Saubhagya scheme. First one, it is a concurrent program to Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana with the objective to achieve universal household electrification by providing electricity connection to all unelectrified households in rural areas only. The Rural Electrification Corporation Limited is the nodal agency for operationalization of the scheme throughout the country. We have to choose the correct option. A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. And the correct option is B, 2 only. Because this program is, because it is not a concurrent program to the Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana. Okay, it's not like that. And though it is a concurrent program specifically, but it is not specifically to bring universal household in rural areas only. Okay, it is for everyone. So that's why the first statement is wrong. But yeah, just make a note of this. It is a concurrent program to Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana, right? So the rest of the details are given here. You can just go through them. Okay, the rest of the details about this scheme are given here. You can just go through them. So these are the 5 questions of the day. And before I leave a small information, we are providing Vision Prelims test series, Vision Monthly Magazine and Vision Mains test series summaries. You can get these summaries, you can subscribe to these summaries by visiting our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it guys from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.